Dukes of Weebdom!
Dukes of Weebdom!
Episode 80.
Big 80.
Yes. Another week. Another bad JJK chapter.
Ah, beautiful. Right to the chase.
Only one more.
Only one more bad JJK chapter and we're free.
I did like some bits of it, but I hated one specific panel.
I hated a couple specific panels. I hated a few specific pages. Like, I didn't need to see Katana and Sumo Guy again. Katana!
Katana!
Like a perfect exemplification of why I didn't want to see them again.
Who is that person in the beginning talking with Megumi? Because I don't remember.
That's
who
Shoko.
That is.
It took me a while too. But Shoko.
That does not look like Shoko at all.
She just has her hair different.
Okay.
You can tell a bit better in this panel here.
Oh,
where
yeah.
it cuts off the bun.
Yeah, it makes more sense because she was talking about how she should have handled Geto's body.
Though, we'll get to Geto's body.
Literally 2 pages later.
After Katana!
With the manga artist.
Ugh, manga artist in Kusakabe. Unless that's just his editor and he looks...
Like Kusakabe?
Yeah, it's probably just his editor.
But then, you shouldn't say that too loudly with the speech bubble covering his face, which is obviously Geto's body.
That is obviously Geto's body.
1,000,000%.
And we have way more reason to believe it's Kenjaku than Geto because he's with the person that fought him.
Yeah, and again, I thought this dude died.
I did too, but
like,
at least...
way more convincingly than Higuruma.
Disagree. Because he just appeared on the ground holding a flower like a joke that he's dead.
True.
He didn't have a physical injury. So, like, I can understand that one a bit better. I can't believe Katana and Tsumagai are here. But yeah, I think that's awful.
I hated that. And we're going to get nothing from it. It's just going to be left to complete speculation forever. There's no way whatever this Geto thing is going to get talked about next chapter.
You know, it very much should.
It should. But
you
it
had
probably
your head
won't.
chopped off, and what, you came back just to do some comedy now with Takuba?
Yeah, and if you got your head chopped off, that would also mean that your brain probably got consumed by either Rika or Yuta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you definitely did. I have no idea who these people are.
I don't remember him. I know she's the fat girl that liked Yuji, I'm pretty sure.
I thought so, but I was like, I don't know.
I guess he bullied her.
No. Well.
Good for her walking away, though.
Yeah, well, good for him for apologizing, too, in a way, but at the same time, you know, how else is that situation gonna... It's not like she's gonna be like, oh, yes, you bullied me, you apologized. Oh, yes, let's be friends now. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Thanks for the apology, but let's not see each other again. More Higuruma stuff, I guess. I don't know. Some brief angel bits about Megumi, remembering Megumi, but I'm like, okay, remembering him how? Did we ever get anything between how she knew him?
Oh, it's no, it's Megumi's memories of her. So like everything that happened while he was Sukuna. That's why I flashed this panel here.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes a little more sense because I was like, what?
From now on, I'll be your right arm. When's the ceremony?
I did like this bit though with the fucking the boyfriend and the 3 of them. I liked the end bit where it's Nobara, Yuji, and Megumi. I like this bit.
I like it, but I get this sense that like it's almost like Gege was listening to the community, being like, "Oh, you want the downtime and like the slice of lifey bits here? We'll end on slice of lifey bits."
Well, that's how it should have always ended. If these 3 were gonna be alive, that's how I think you should end it. Was just like showing the back to the normal for them, or as normal as it could be.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Because that's basically what they need to do to try and move on is just get back into the flow of regular jujutsu society of going around what we were doing at the beginning when Yuji first got to the Jujutsu High.
There's another panel in there that I did.
Another panel you didn't like?
I did like, actually.
Oh, you did like.
I think I did like, at least.
What we got?
Oh, there it is. When they're, it looks like Nita, the girl that, stopped Kujisaki from dying, but didn't heal her. Just stopped her from actively dying.
Yes.
And Utahime talk about, oh, we gotta fix, like, society, and we gotta do this, and that, and, Gakuganji's just like, you're all still young. Just, it'll be alright, but he has these fucking eyes on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to even put too much stock in it, though, because I feel like Gege's just gonna end it.
Well, yeah, next chapter is the last one, right?
It should be.
If he sticks to the
plan. But again, we just gotta drop that Kenjaku's around. Gakuganji's kind of sketchy looking, at least. We just got a whole description of
yes.
New Shadow style.
267 started with saying 5 more chapters. So counting that one more. So next week. And there's no break. It says 6 days.
Thank God.
Until late chapter.
Let me drink my medicine.
Yeah, no breaks, all man.
Yeah, no, we got one tomorrow.
Yes.
I checked that earlier while I was editing.
I don't know. It's just... I don't know what's going to happen in the fucking... whatchamacallit. Last chapter, but...
Probably just them going on a single little adventure.
We're not alone, by the way. I see other people and other content creators that I know that have,
They're just done also.
that are just like, this is just not.
It's just so random. Like, what? Why did I need 4 pages about new Shadow Style? Why did I need to see a head of the new Shadow Style school that I didn't even know it fucking exists die?
Yeah.
As if it was important.
I don't know, man. Gege.
Why did I see Katana Man and Sumo Guy again? Whose literal only notable traits are saying Katana and Sumo out loud. So it's like they're stupid. It's like they're cavemen. Like even when she handed him the sword. He's just like, well, I'll be fighting somewhere in a building if you know where to find me. I can't sumo around here. Oh, I can't sumo curse spirits. That's not fun.
Yeah, and the Katana Man being like, yo, if it's my time, come find me.
Yeah,
we'll fight it out.
Garbage characters.
Characters we didn't need an update on what they're doing.
The other guy with the little hat, he was the random one that could make, like, sugar into things or things into sugar.
Yeah, that's dumb.
The man that existed just so they could do the Yuta brain swap.
Which could have been done without him.
Yeah. It could have just been Kenjaku's power to just do it.
Yeah. Or have Shoko do something.
It's just such a waste of my time. And then why is Kenjaku alive? If they don't address that, that's going to be wild to me.
Watch it be actually ghetto.
He's
That'd
not
be
funny.
worse. That man died fucking 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then had a spirit living in his body. And you can't tell me, oh, Ghetto could have survived. No. Dude was missing, like, the fact he was even able to talk to Gojo.
His body got healed by Kenjaku, but now Kenjaku's gone, so maybe Ghetto's back. The soul and the body are linked inextricably.
Well, there was that whole thing with
Yeah.
the hand choking, yeah. But
Look at my bigger evidence is Ghetto's not funny. Why would Ghetto be with Takuba?
oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gotta be Kenjaku. But then what are you doing?
Yeah, because I don't think if Gedo came back, he's going to just have a change of heart and not continue his monkey shenanigans.
Yeah, and despite their, like, jovial battle, Takaba saw, like, how horrible Kenjaku was, too. There's that panel where, like, he was shocked.
Yeah.
By, like, how bad Kenjaku was. So you're just going to go up there on stage with a monster?
It's just weird.
It's
Watch
all
it
weird.
actually just be the body, and it's just, like, something...
Some people have been
Talk about
sharing a Kenjaku panel related to these chapters of, like, it's like a deep cast black. And there's also that theory that when there's black backdrops, there's someone cursing someone else. Still just a theory. But it's Kenjaku.
Game theory.
Yes. It's Kenjaku reaching out being like, the space between dreams and reality, that is a true curse. So people are like, maybe this is just like a dream world. Infinite Tsukiyomi.
I don't know. I don't think you can write a good way to appease
The
it.
merger happened. No, I don't. Because it's going to be so silly after like literally 3 chapters now of resolution. Send it. Send it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get us ready for JJK Next Generations.
JJK Shippuden.
Yep. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Please no.
It's coming.
I hope not.
It's so rude of me, but like, I hope it would if Gege sticks to just drawing it and someone else writes it. Oh, I feel bad. I appreciate you, Gege. It's just I have a lot of
Gripes.
questions for you.
I don't know. Fuck 'em. Fuck it. I got nothing.
It's so weird. We get all these resolutions for these nobodies, and like half of the other side cast just said, "This is what I would have done different in the battle," and that's their whole resolution.
I know, right? Maybe we're gonna get the same chapter.
We didn't even
again
see
next
Kamo, did we?
week. No, I feel like we have seen him since.
I don't think so.
Actually, no,
Since he
I don't.
left and said he wants to take care of his mama. I think that's the last time we saw Kamo.
Oh well.
Need to get Sugar Man. And manga artist guy.
Whatever.
One more chapter.
One more chapter.
We do not have a Chainsaw Man to talk about.
No.
I think of Chainsaw Man after JJK every time because I'm like, it's
Did
the palate cleanser.
Did you read the Spy Family chapter?
I
last
did.
week?
I did read the Frankie chapter. That poor man.
Dude, my heart dropped when he was in that alleyway.
Me too. I was scared.
I thought he was getting busted. I was like, why are we doing a Frankie chapter if you're not going to make it suspenseful and you're making it really stressful for me right now?
One thing I couldn't believe those. It's a comedy manga. It's a gag manga. I get that. I found this fucking hilarious. Where are you? His fucking hot air balloon shaped like his head, hair, glasses, and all.
Yeah. Hey, man. You can't really shit on Frankie. The dude's a G.
No, look at he has a bulletproof umbrella with a gun. He has
yeah.
exploding gas flowers.
I think it's just he has Twilight syndrome. The dude's always next to Twilight, so everyone assumes that he's not awesome. But in this chapter, he proved that he's very competent.
He beat 4 dudes and busted out a guy.
And missed his date, and
Big
his date
sad.
found
Another
date and left him. Oh, Frankie.
And he lost all his money at the horse track.
Twice.
I'm gonna get out of here. Whoop.
No, it was a great chapter, but I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
My heart literally fell onto the floor.
I absolutely thought he was just,
Busted.
murked.
I thought it was going to turn around and it was going to be the SS.
Turn around and see evil
Is that what
face
they're
Yuri.
called?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure. Secret police.
Didn't want to just throw World War II Germany slander at my family.
That's clearly what they're portraying.
Yes. But anyway, yeah, great chapter. Good stuff.
Yeah, so I didn't realize how late this week was, just besides our homework.
Well, yeah, we had... Yeah, because
no kaiju, no baby, no chainsaw, because scheduling reasons. No Gokuraku guy.
No. Did we? No kaiju, right? No.
No kaiju, 3 days.
We had KaguraBachi. We
did.
had...
Wild Strawberry.
Wow, sorry, I did read that.
Good.
It was fast.
It was very fast. Very intense.
I like that last page, how it's colored.
Yes, I loved that last page.
The green, yeah, so did I.
It's almost like they threw the like the negative effect on it. I've opened the completely wrong manga. Another great last page, though. Anyway. It was like a high contrast or like a negative.
Yeah, it's dope.
I can't tell if it's a picture or not, like a photo.
That'd be cool if it
I
was.
feel like in this corner I can convince myself it is.
Right?
It's rad.
Yeah, well...
Look how even the fucking plant's like, Makoto's awesome. Look how awesome I look after eating him.
Douchebag. That was a boss move of Kingu to instead of retreating, just like, oh, okay.
Dig right in. I knew it the moment he's like, the barbs will pull out your organs. I'm like, that the guy's not walking backwards. He's not retreating.
And then 100% full bloom. I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Me too. Just fucking metal as hell. It's gushing blood everywhere as he walks through.
Excuse me.
I'm glad it was full bloom 100% because I'm on the record as saying when they say full bloom 50%, it irks me. That's not full bloom then. You're 50% bloom. Say 50% bloom.
Yeah. Half bloom.
It brings me back to you can't steal my bankai. My bankai is the full release of my weapon.
Well, that time when they said Bankai like 17 times in 3 sentences.
That really irked me. I need my bankai to defeat them, but I don't have my bankai. You don't have your bankai? They stole my bankai. It's not stealing my bankai, it's stealing my bankai.
Report everyone, the bankais are stolen. They're
My
stealing the
bankai
bankai.
too. Go through the whole cast saying, my bankai, my bankai.
Still doesn't
That's why I think like
diminish
Kubo
how
would-
badass that word is, though.
It is a really badass word. But again, I think it lost the functionality there. Like, Shikai is partial release of my weapon. Bankai is full release of my weapon. How do you steal what it's the full release? It's not like a magic spell.
See, because I had a problem with that, too, even when I was reading it. I didn't like the fact that the Bankai was stolen. Because
It doesn't make sense.
I would have
how
preferred
it
if it was a sealed.
Yeah,
It would make
you just
more
can't
sense.
unleash its full potential anymore.
Which would then make sense why you wouldn't be able to seal Yamamoto's Bankai because too strong.
Yeah.
Or Ichigo's, because Ichigo, the whole reason with anything with Ichigo's Bankai you can't steal it is because it's mixed in with Quincy stuff. He has too much in the
Everything
mix.
power.
He has the everything gene
Yeah.
that just like counteracts the shit.
Plus, he was one with his blade once, too. Just straight up. Like,
So,
it just irks me.
especially because the Bankai that Ichigo uses through the whole series is actually his Quincy powers. Because his Zangetsu is the
Yeah.
manifestation of his Quincy energy.
Like that.
Yes.
I am the bone of my soul.
Well, I think it too that way because Zangetsu is trying to hide as the Zanpakuto, so he makes it a sword, not a bow, because it'd be kind
Look how normal I am.
Yeah, exactly. But then not so much normal because I just thought of this now, and it's totally not because Ichigo's hilt. It's not a swastika; it's the other one, the actual symbol, which was beforehand.
Like good fortune or good luck.
Which ties to German and right there. It's a coincidence.
Kind of,
There's no way
unintentional.
Yeah. Because there's no way that was planned from the start. The Quincy stuff with Ichigo. Just,
Oh yeah, definitely
no,
not.
there was no build up for that ever.
No, their
So,
castle is hiding in an alternate dimension of the Soul Society. That was not planned ahead.
No. The Hollow, yes.
Yeah.
Everything else, no, because the Hollow's in like the first 20 chapters.
Oh, absolutely.
But no, because it's like I didn't like the fact that they stole the Bankais, and then some of them used the Bankais on the captains. Nobody else did. Like Yuha never uses Yamamoto's
Which
Bankai.
is so stupid.
And he has it. But I mean, at the same time, if you have the Almighty, I would choose to use the Almighty over.
I would raise the dead of everyone I killed, or everyone he killed. I wonder how that would work if it raised all the Quincy's that died.
Well, all you need is fucking Zanka no Tachi. Like, you are literally the sun.
Well, I like the blade that deletes things.
Yeah.
Literally touches the ground and it's just deleted.
Yes.
I get it. It's just the functionality that I can't get over.
That's a side.
I still have half of my release. Does it make sense?
Especially Byakuya, who's basically his Bankai.
It's
just
literally
more.
just more. You
Same with
can't have
Hitsugaya.
all my petals.
Yes.
I have at least one sword's worth of petals on me. Oh, it's just my brain can't do it. It can't do it. The gears lock up.
But it's whatever. That whole concept's gone.
Thank God.
Not yet, though. I mean,
Are they still holding our Bankais?
actually, did it happen in the anime yet? I think it did. Mario makes a pill that, like, puts a bit of hollow Ryatsu mixed in with yours, but not enough to trigger any effects that would then cause hollification.
Yeah.
Like the Vizards, which conveniently none of the Vizards have their Bankai stolen, but they would not be able to get their Bankai stolen. But they were never in a situation to have it stolen because the Vizards have hollow powers, and hollows are the antithesis of Quincy's, so it just...
Could they just call in like the Go-Go Vizard Squad and really clean these guys up if they thought of it?
The Vizards are... I don't know, because it's kind of a toss-up. Now that the anime is a thing, I'm going to put the Vizards as the one. But in the manga, it's a real big toss-up of who is the most... what's the word I'm thinking of? Let us down the most.
Zero Division or them?
Yeah, Zero Division or the fucking Vizards. The Vizards come in badass.
They at least look cool. They
And
look
Shinji,
cooler
the
than
first
Zero.
time you see Shinji fight is against Grimmjow, and it makes him his fucking bitch. He just fucking wipes the floor.
It even
with
looked
Grimmjow.
cool trying to fight Aizen.
Yes.
Shinji.
Yes. But, like,
The little girl
None
is
of-
cool.
none of the others do, like, really anything. And then they all become captains, but then for some reason, they still let that order, whatever, the dudes that all Aizen murdered in Soul Society arc, all the dudes that sit behind the little panel, the judge people,
Oh, yeah.
I forget what they're called, they have a name.
Yeah.
Those guys make the rules, and they says that they could be Vizards could be captains again, but they're not allowed to use the hollow powers at all anymore. I'm like, you got 6 Vizard captains. They should all be
You
stronger
can be
than most
captain, but
captains I
hold
know.
back.
Yeah, and it's like they should theoretically be like way stronger. At least the captain class Vizards, because a lot of them are vice captain.
Yeah.
Were vice captains at the
But
time.
the ones that were captains.
Should be stronger than most of the middle, and they're just all like shit. They do nothing in the series. Same with the
Brutal.
Zero Squad. They got fucking,
Yeah, they're just awful.
especially in the manga, they just got deleted. But the anime really did them justice as best they could.
After where I'm at least. Because I only got to see like the theme park tour through each of their domains, and it sucked.
Did you see season 2 at all yet, or
No,
just one?
just one.
Ichibe was the only one in the manga that did anything cool, because we got to see him fight Yuhabak. So, and you see most of that in season 2. We saw a preview for the anime. It's just a teaser just released, and it shows his Bankai. Oh, it looks so good. His Bankai's sick too, the way it's drawn, because it's all like that hand brushed ink stuff. It's like a temple of ink.
It's like a domain expansion.
Yes. Literally, because he does this with his fingers, too. So I've already seen a meme of it. I was going to see if there was like a screenshot of
the anime version.
Yeah.
Futen Taisat Soryu.
Oh. And that's what happens to him. Spoiler.
I deleted your torso in the future.
It's before he gets the Almighty. But yeah.
Sorry. I still hate that too.
Yeah,
I broke your sword in the future, then why didn't you break it right now?
Motherfucker!
So stupid. I don't hate on that one nearly as much as Bankai stealing, though. I could forgive that light stupidity. JoJo's does that all the time.
Yeah, I love Bleach, but it has some serious, like, some glaring things that just stand out. That just like, this is why Kubo should have been like a bi-weekly or a monthly release.
Because it's nothing like critically failure. It's not a critical failure. And it's entertaining along the way still. That's the cardinal sin that he doesn't break.
He also, of the big three, has by far and away the best artwork.
Yes. Gege breaks the rule of entertaining me sometimes. To bash me over the head. I don't know, some Naruto looks really good. I'd say Bleach is more consistently good looking than Naruto is. Mm-hmm. From what I've seen.
I just personally like the aesthetic and the character design of...
I don't think it invalidates his art, but I like having backgrounds. I do. I don't think it invalidates Kubo. I think some people are too hand and fist being like, it's lazy to not have them. No, it's a stylistic choice. But
I mean, they're there
for
because
preferences.
We obviously know what all these things look like, but most of the panels, especially if there's a badass character shot, it's the character on a blank white background to draw all of the attention to the character.
And again, it is a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
But I like having backgrounds.
Agreed. Oda goes...
I still like both of them.
Deep into the backgrounds. There's no blank pages in One Piece.
I still like both of their art more than Oda's. Not to put Oda down, though.
And I mean, I'll agree with that, too.
Oda gets some really cluttered looking pages with the art sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, he really crams shit in there.
Yeah,
just like his volume covers.
There's a lot in a chapter of One Piece.
Yeah, and again,
there's a lot of stuff that happens, and you get you're getting your if you were to buy
he'll cram
chapters,
5 faces into a panel that big, on my screen,
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of substance to each chapter, but. I mean, it's not bad.
It's still not bad. Like I said, it's still not bad.
Naruto, in terms of you were just to show people,
They also came after too. Did One Piece start before both of them too?
Not much for longer. People think that I think Naruto was 99. One Piece is 97.
So I stand by artists. It's everyone climbing on each other's back. You learn from the last guy that did something new.
Bleach was 01, I think. Yeah, 01
nice call.
From Bleach. Let's see if I was right for the other two. 99. Okay, 2 for 2 right now. Oh, I'm good. Just barely to December 24th, 1997.
That's still enough time where people are learning from the last guy that was popular. You know what I mean?
So literally, just about 2 years each, because it's December, September, and then August. So just about 2 years after each one. Nice.
Super nice.
I pulled that out of my ass. I had a rough estimate, but I was like, that sounds right.
I should have known. I mean, I saw when 2 of them started in Jump. Literally on physical magazines.
Yeah, I remember you used to get those.
I did.
You had a stack in the corner of your room.
I saw Bleach start in that. I saw their card game.
Card games. Everything has a card game these days.
Yes. Charlie's playing the One Piece card game.
I saw.
I think he entered a tournament, he said.
Good for him.
He's also way deep into Magic. Arm deep, but I'll get more into that as like an off-podcast conversation. I don't need to glaze Penguin Zero on this podcast.
I would say not good for him, but he makes enough money where
Good for.
I'm sure the manga addiction. Well, I know
he's buying alpha boxes.
Well, I was just about to say that because I've seen Asmongold people with money do things that cost money, like when they play gacha games. I watched Asmongold roll like
2K easy. Easy.
And
like,
I see the amount of gems he has because you have never seen him buying the gems.
You just see how he does it. It's like those 100 pulls nothing. All right, next up. Okay, let's just go again. You know what I mean? Like there's a nonchalantness to how much money.
Yeah, and I'm like, I wish I made that much money so I could not care about that. I mean, even if I had money, I don't think
I might do it to Magic the Gathering. I went by an alpha box, though. Holy shit.
No, you know what I would probably get in trouble with? Anime figures.
I was going to go, my house is Warhammer minis now. Everywhere you look is a Warhammer scene.
No. Yeah, but of anime figures. I'd have to play smart, though, because if I had that kind of money, just go to Japan, buy them direct from Japan, because they're cheaper there than buying them online.
You have to buy enough of them to justify how much your plane trips cost now. So now you have a minimum how many figures you have to buy.
Go over there with, like, 4 empty suitcases. Sorry, your suitcases are super light. Yeah.
You might as well get those big, generic, like, Acme boxes, like the wood crate boxes they have to crowbar open, load it up, and send it on a cargo ship back home. Yeah. Where's your helicopter pad? I wish to land my helicopter on your establishment.
Oh. Yeah. That's probably the main thing that I would, like, the main, like, stupid thing. Just like random bullshit to hang on walls, you know what I mean?
Oh, I love random bullshit to hang on walls. It's my favorite genre.
Yes.
Yes.
No. I think it's my superpower right now to play a gacha game as a free player.
I just drop them all.
I'm still playing Fate. Well, I'm still logging in every day for Fate. I haven't actually done a match, like, done anything. I log in, collect my daily login bonus, and log out. It takes me all 5 seconds.
I haven't logged back into Zenless Zone Zero since I stopped.
Still no Wolf Boy.
Still no Wolf Boy. And then every new character has been, like, fan service and incarnate. And every video they put out for them is just fan service. Like a girl licking shit off an apple.
I was gonna say,
a bunch of girls in the shower together. I'm just like, you're clearly not advertising to me. Goodbye.
I was just about to say that.
I will not be serviced here.
It's like obviously the wrong fan service.
It's like 3 girls in a row. It's like, okay. Message understood. Your game was mid anyway, so if it's mid and you're not going to service me, goodbye.
Price was just doing 3 girls in a row.
I know, it's devastating me.
Terra, Zinx, and now whatever this new hero is.
Let's be real, Zinx is not hot.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not a hot furry face.
No, and they made her look better than she used to. I feel like her eyes are more bulgy and big back in the day. But she's still pretty bulgy. Yeah. I want more monsters. Like I'm not even trying to goon bait. I'll take the goon, like the me-centered goon bait, but I just want more creatures, non-humans. MOBAs are such a great opportunity to not just have humanoid figures.
Yeah.
Like Iggy and Scorch is like, mwah.
All of them. I mean, I never see Rampage, but Rampage's design is sick.
And the way he runs with his arms, like, it looks good.
Grux is sweet. Fucking Saurus was a good addition to that monster theme.
I'm just hoping we get back on there sometime. I can only take so many sci-fi humans.
Yes.
This one looks like Decker with a bigger weapon. So
Very
far.
large weapon, too. It's going to be weird.
I hope they're cool, but...
Same. I hope they're not... I don't know what the fuck they're going to be. Maybe a mid laner.
They're showing like one picture.
Yeah, you got nothing.
Yeah. Someday they'll service me a monster again. Yeah, I quit Honkai Star Rail. Thankfully, I didn't put money into either of the Hoyoverse games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to for the fucking jump MOBA?
Probably.
Sadness.
Depending on the banner. And again, also depending on the starting characters. Like if they give me a couple ones I don't mind using, I'll probably just grind off that. They have to start me off with somebody.
Mm-hmm. So you think... And
I'm worried, though, if it's either like normal Luffy, normal Goku, or normal Naruto, I'm almost assuredly will be too bored to grind with just them. I need a side character, damn it. Give me... Well, Fuko's the main character, but if I had Fuko, I'll grind out support as Fuko.
It's coming to the Play Store?
I do believe so.
iOS.
Like, there's been like no official announcements, but I'm pretty sure it's both. In fact... It's more likely to be Play Store than iOS, because I think all the betas were Play Store only. I'll keep you updated
if it actually comes out.
Yeah.
In the 2 days that people are saying it's going to come out.
Yeah.
It's convenient that the one time I ask you, it's like, oh yeah, 2 days from now.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about this in 2 months.
And supposedly. Definitely not the same exact day as the new Magic set.
When does Sparking Zero come out too?
October 10th.
I still got a little time. I don't know if I'll be able to get that.
Give or take one
immediately. Just because it's still... Well, no, I still have Black Myth Wukong on my plate right now.
Sure. I'll want to get it immediately, even though I shouldn't, because I still have Space Marine on my plate, and then all the live service games I'm playing. So I just play just Deadlock right now.
What about Dark and Darker?
Yes, I log on for some of my trades. And I did like one run last night, but I've been playing, I like really smushed that chunk of the pie into Deadlock practicing now. Trying and failing to get good.
It's called a MOBA, but is it closer to Overwatch or closer to a MOBA?
It is closer to predecessor. It is over the shoulder. You do have to aim. There is verticality, but it is a MOBA. There's lanes, there's minions, there's jungle minions, there's buffs on the map. There's a mid-boss, there's towers. Lots of verticality, though. Yeah, Valve. It's also
what else did they make again?
Team Fortress, Portal, Half-Life, Left 4 Dead. I think that one. Last one, I could be wrong.
You see, those are like titles, but they're not like huge titles. But I hear Valve is a massive company. Do they
were
own
huge
something?
Titles back in the day. They own Steam.
They own Steam.
They own Steam.
That would
Let
be
me get
big
that right out of the way.
There
They
it is.
used to make games, and then they made Steam. And then they suddenly stopped making as many games.
I wonder why. And that's only on PC right now?
Yes. I'm hoping it comes to console someday, though. It doesn't seem impossible.
What's the aesthetic like? I've seen nothing of this game, so I'm just going to look it up.
Yeah.
Just Google images. What is it called again?
Deadlock. I like how it's also a yaoi manga. Thank you, Google.
So it's literally just Overwatch, aesthetically, kind of.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. And for a casual viewer of the two,
Yes, it's like 1950s, but with sci-fi and occult stuff too. Leaning a little more towards occult stuff.
see this person, I could see being in Overwatch.
Yeah.
And this
Again, we
just
see
looks
some-
Overwatch to me. But again, a very hyper
yeah.
casual. Played maybe 6 matches of Overwatch ever in my life.
And stylistically, the difference would be like, these people are dressed more like Bioshock Infinite.
I was going to say that's literally Bioshock.
It is absolutely Bioshock Infinite, but that has the same kind of style. Like a
Did they make Bioshock?
No.
No, okay. No. Do they own the rights to Bioshock or something?
I don't know why that's there. I don't know why that's titled Deadlock still, too. That's Elizabeth from Bioshock.
Oh, okay. I thought this was literally a character in Deadlock.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But here's my concern with it. Is that if this does come to... Because this is... got a huge backing behind it.
Enormous backing.
And if it comes to PlayStation, I feel like it would be bad news bears predecessor.
I would worry about that too, because currently that's probably what's floating predecessor's numbers, because I checked the Steam charts and it's a massacre. It's a massacre. Like, on PC alone, so just PC numbers, predecessor peaks at 2,000 players.
Even just Steam alone.
Yeah, just Steam alone. So that's not Epic. That's not any of the console versions. So I would multiply that by how many platforms there are as like a safe estimate, not an exact number.
So 2,000. Say even if it's 2,000 and everything, but probably double it for consoles because it's on Xbox.
Yes, it is on Xbox. They are very. I think 1.0 is when they made the console, like the Xbox.
Because it's a bigger scene on the console. Paragon always was.
Yeah.
And all those MOBAs are. Smite's bigger on console than PC. Do they have their own launcher? Or they're just... Yeah. So, yeah.
I also don't know if they're on Epic Games Store.
All right, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Say there are. That's 4,000 on PC. Probably another 4 on each console. So they're probably at 12.
Because the queue times aren't bad, too. So
like a minute and a half.
Yeah. 24-hour peak for Deadlock. 123,000.
Yeah.
All-time peak, 171,000. And it's still invite only. You have to get an invite from someone already playing the game. No.
Now are all of those... But the thing is, too, like I said, because someone like me that's... looking at this from an outside perspective, it's someone who plays Overwatch would see that and be like, "Oh, let me try this."
Yes, there's
and Overwatch
especially in the movement because it's like fluid, like an Overwatch would be.
And Overwatch has quite the large amount of fan base and quite the disgruntled fan base that are looking for...
Yeah, I think they're eating that pie right now.
So...
They murdered Concord and then started eating some of Overwatch's pie, too. Because I know some of the creators are already covering Deadlock stuff now.
Overwatch creators?
Yeah. Saw my personal favorite Overwatch creator covering Deadlock news. So I was like, hey, good on ya.
Well... Hopefully not. I like Predecessor, and I want to stick around.
Me too.
But it's a live service, and it needs to make money to stick around, and it needs a fan base to stick around.
Yes. Though I feel like this might be... I don't know even how to word it. I feel like they'd be willing to keep it on with a small player base as long as it's still profitable. My only evidence is that RGS Ace is the CEO.
Right, he was a player.
I don't think they would have taken it on if they weren't willing to like settle for a smaller player base, not like death.
But again, too, those we are guessworking at numbers.
Yes.
We don't know the actual console numbers. It could be
exponentially better because they seemed very happy with the Xbox launch.
They were talking about like they had a million plus users.
Yes.
But I saw 2 different posts from them. One said 1.5 million, but then on a different social media platform it said 2 million. So I was like, so which one is it? Because both of these accounts are official predecessor. They're just on 2 different social media platforms. So is it 1.5 or 2 million?
Which one is it?
So maybe it is that big. But again, too, because we're looking at numbers. When did you see these numbers?
The Steam charts like literally weeks ago.
Is that The all-time peak, or is it
all-time peak was like, God, I think it was 7,000. I might even still have the tab open.
Because I was just curious, because like the peak would be if it shows all-time peak, you'd want to look at it more when an update happens, when most people return.
So 19 minutes ago, 2,300 people. 24-hour peak, 2,700 people. All-time peak, 7,000. For Steam alone.
All right, do me a favor then, because to help me rationalize things in my mind, can you look at Smite and Smite 2? But Smite is...
Fun fact, Concord is what got me to start looking at Steam charts, because I found it funny.
Because Smite is, again, same thing. Their console side of things, they've even openly said it, is exponentially, massively larger than their PC community.
Well, the Smite 2 Steam chart looks almost like fucking identical to predecessors. They're currently at their all-time peak of 2,584, and their all-time peak is 7,500 for Smite 2. Smite 1, which I already pulled up.
I do believe Smite 2 is on multiple different things, too. It's not just through Steam. And I don't think they have their own launcher. I think you have to launch it through Steam. I don't know that, though.
6,600 people playing Smite 1 right now. All-time peak, 31,000.
That's hilarious to me because, as I've told you off thing, I have not been enjoying Smite 2 personally.
It seems like you're not alone, but that's also keeping in mind that the test has a paywall to it.
What?
Smite 2.
It's released right now. You can just download it.
Is it finally released? Because it was paywalled before.
It was paywalled before, but now it's just... Well, I don't know if the paywall's still there, but it's full... Like, it's full active alpha release right now.
Yeah. I saw a paywall to start it, though, before.
I don't know if it's... I bought a Founders Pack for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that
there was no free option to download Smite 2. Because I would have tried it by now if it was free. I almost bought $30.
So for something that's saying that's an alpha, it does run pretty smooth, but it's different enough from Smite.
Well, it's like the same thing with like Deadlock is that these are two companies that are proven companies. Like they weren't going to put out Smite 2 all buggy and shitty.
Oh, there's some bugs.
There's some bugs.
There's some wild bugs I've seen on fucking...
But it's functional.
Yes.
Deadlock also has some bugs, don't get me wrong, and some wild interactions that I wouldn't call a bug, but might need to get looked at.
But maybe it's just that I suck. I don't know. It could just be that. But I'm just all my experience with Smite 2 has not been a pleasant one. I need to fuck with this is a me thing. I need to fuck with the settings, see if I can swap out the controller layout. Because it's different than Smite 1 in the sense, like, all of the abilities are the same buttons, but everything else is different. Yeah. So, like, to back, which I do like it better on this one, because to back in Smite 1 with my controller setup, I have to press L2 and R3 to back.
I remember hating that. I couldn't figure out how to back for the longest time every time I come back to Smite.
But in Smite 2, it's just the down button, which is beautiful. But then, like, the potions are a different button. Your active is a different button layout. So it's just, I don't know, it's just funky. It's funky with me. And then...
Does it move less, like, heavy and clunky?
The movement around is actually very smooth.
Very smooth feeling. Because that was my biggest gripe.
You move faster. Like, I feel like the movement
felt like soupy to me. In Smite 1. Everything felt like I was moving through Jello to me. But that's because I play a lot of FPS and third-person games.
Well, it's also Smite 1 was built on Unreal Engine 3 in 2011 with multiple updates since. But I've been playing Smite since Paragon closed. Maybe a week after Paragon closed is when I started playing Smite. So I've been playing it now. When did Paragon close? 2017, 18? Roughly. So I've been playing Smite for 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
Around that. So I've been so used to it. And then also you have the main thing that a lot of those people aren't playing Smite 2. Maybe because the God pool is very small right now in Smite 2, whereas it's over 100 in Smite 1. All of people's mains are in Smite.
Uno.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not... It's still early. It's alpha. There's a lot of things that they're going to adjust and update as it goes. There's certain things that are... like the health bar looks weird. It's just a fucking colored bar on your screen. And, like... But that's not something that you need to focus on right now. You want to build the back end before you make things look like your HUD looks super pretty. As long as there's something there that it serves the purpose.
Yeah.
But it's not fully like you see.
Sorry, I thought of Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm like, God, I wish they had good HUD.
Oh well, that was a full released game.
I know that was ugly.
See, because like you see this is nice and for Deadlock.
Like
it's
stylized.
Yeah, your maps clean.
Fucking insane.
But let me see if I can get a Smite 2 HUD. So see, like the health bar is literally just 2 bars.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine, but it's like these are just small things that I'm like, these are just things that they're there, you notice, but it doesn't affect gameplay in any way. It's not a bad thing about it. It's just things that are on the slate to eventually get updated because... But again, it serves the purpose. It serves everything it needs. It doesn't need to look pretty right now. There's other things that they have that they can spend their time better on updating than this stuff.
Again, it doesn't even look that bad.
No. And graphically, it's a step up from Smite. Obviously, it's on Unreal Engine 5. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not ready to give up on it because it's so early. There's massive amount of updates they're going to do it. They're hard committed.
Can't count it out, that's for sure.
Yeah, Smite 2 is not going anywhere.
You're just not in a rush to play it.
I'm just, So going forward, if I feel like playing Smite, I'll play Smite, not Smite 2. Because I did play a few days ago, maybe a week ago. I had 15-20 second queue for my match that I went to go in. I was like, okay, let's go. Got fucking destroyed. It was a very bad match, so I stopped playing, as you do with live service. But
no,
yeah, so I don't know. That's Smite for you.
Was back to some manga.
Which one do you want to talk about?
KaguraBachi.
Oh, yeah, it's a good choice.
Because it was slapping.
I like this guy.
Mr. Samura?
Samura, yes, he's cool.
You know what's really funny about Samura?
Oh.
It's samurai without the eyes.
Oh, that's JJK.
I have to thank Twitter. I didn't realize.
I also did not realize that, but, I mean, it's not something you look for, but that's fucking dope. But, yeah, more backflashes, too, with Rokuhiro and Chiba and Chihiro and just their lifestyle and what they were doing.
There's a lot of cool shit, too. The mandala they used to teleport to the next temple.
Yeah, that was dope. I was like, why couldn't they do that sooner? But, okay, they needed someone to set it up, I guess. I like,
I knew the moment I saw him, I was going to like him. Like, even just the pictures when they showed the sword bearers before. Mm-hmm. But, God, I love him.
Was it a meme I saw, or was it actually in this chapter? I swear I saw something that it was like a joke about how Rokuhiro and Mr. Shiba. No, it was a meme. You shared it to me, or I shared it to you. That it was Mr. Shiba made Chihiro. That he was like the mother or some bullshit.
Oh, is that the get pregnant E&E?
Where is it? I definitely thought we shared it.
The order, get pregnant.
Nope.
Yep, I found it.
Is it in our chat?
Order, get pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
You're pregnant.
What?
I think that it's Rokuhiro and Shiba, yeah. That's how I was born.
Hilarious. But yeah, so this guy's cool. And I like the gas that he gets at the end from...
so much gas.
I can't believe I forgot his name already.
Uruha.
Uruha, yes. He's like... Not to downplay those guys. But if he's here...
Long time no see, huh?
Oh, yeah, because he's blind.
Grabs Hakure's face. And still holds it into, like, the next few panels.
Yeah, literally.
He smells like Chihiro, but he's not Chihiro.
Because I was confused when it said that, because I was like... It has Sumora say that he knows Chihiro before it shows that Chihiro said that he had met one of them before.
He looks especially emo this chapter, by the way. All the flashes to Chihiro.
Oh, yes. Just super...
Looks disgruntled.
Yeah, but I got more... He's just that his just straight-faced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like calm and collectedness.
He grabs Shiba's face, too.
Shiba!
Big-ass hand.
It makes total sense, too, that Shiba would be the one to take Chihiro places, because he could just teleport him there.
That was cute.
They do things, and then he could teleport him back. They don't have to worry about being discovered. Tails. I wonder, though, if you could trace Mr. Shiba through that. Like if you could,
leave residue?
Yeah. Or, like, if there's, like, a trail that follows, residue trail or whatever. I don't know.
Like how Shiba would do, it's like there's no point in lying. You could just smell the truth.
Yeah, no, this guy's dope. And I'm very interested to see what he does. And I'm really hopeful at this point that they're successful in this mission in getting these two swords back.
Yeah.
Because I want these two characters to stick around. And I feel like at least Urahara won't. I feel like would be... Without a sword, I feel like it'd be easier for him to be, like, not written out, but, like, written away.
I don't know, the way they're gassing Samura, I feel like they might kill him.
Yeah. But at the same time, maybe not.
Especially since he keeps dropping, he wants to see Chihiro. I almost feel like Chihiro might come just in time.
Yeah. I got those feelings.
Yeah, it said, keep Crawley's down my back. I'm like, he's so cool. It's going to happen to me.
But, like, because the Hisaku's gonna succeed in killing some of these sword bearers. Is it gonna be one of these two, or some of the no-names that we don't get to see?
Well, I could totally... We might still get to see them. We're just starting this journey.
Yeah, I know, right? And you're gonna need more sword bearers if you're gonna fight the Hisaku with swords. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now, I feel like the only one in my gut that I feel is safe... For some reason, I just feel like they're not touching the Shinoichi guy. I just don't know why.
Probably not, because he's probably plot relevant. I feel like they're not going to touch the girl, because there's one girl in the picture of 4 sword bearers.
Yeah. That
doesn't include the Shinoichi guy, we think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the girl's probably safe just by the sense that she's the only girl.
Mm-hmm.
But that's obviously flawed logic. The author could still easily just,
I don't want this Samura guy to die.
Me neither. He's so cool and funny.
But you're right. Now that it's like it was just this little feeling I got
that
I tried to push
narratively
it down, but now that you bring it back up, it's like rising. The feeling is rising up again in my stomach, and I'm just like, oh no, because it would make so much sense.
Let's speak out that gas, though. The security level's several times stronger here than in my temple, but that isn't because the guards are better. If only I was as strong as him, I wouldn't have lost a single life at my temple. That's the reason Chihiro split off from us. With him here, they're invincible.
A little too much gas. For my tastes.
I can see why you felt you were safe. That was some really...
No.
That was like, some gas.
I got that, but then it's like when you get... It's like that...
But that's what I get drawn to. Chihiro will be here soon with information about Hishaku. I look forward to seeing him again.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I've read too many mangas to know that especially at least in something like this.
You know what else makes me think he's gonna die? I will recover this guy's powers, hold them off for 30 minutes. You're telling me we're 30 minutes away from Haku being able to, boop, blades here. I'm scared. But on the other hand, let's say we're in Hishaku's shoes. They're not planning for they got away and consolidated their forces this way. They probably sent an equal force to each temple.
Right.
So it might be the same fighting force fighting now a more consolidated power.
Right.
I know he told Uruha to rest, but he's still there.
But well, yes. But we don't know how far away this was from the train station, because I would assume that where Uruha was got attacked first, and now the attacking force is coming to this place with Samura.
Yeah, true.
Is.
All those people are done with that first temple.
Yes, but Chihiro's holding off the remnants of Uruha's.
And the one marked dude so far.
Yeah, so it's like, there's got to be another marked dude coming to this temple. I'm sure they were sent up to especially if they know Samura's definitely got to be known for his skills. They did. Hisaku's not going to not do their research on these people.
I feel like the leader's going to be at one of them. Clearly, the man doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He was doing guard duty at the fucking Rakuzaichi.
I feel like he would want to go after the Shinoichi guy, though. But we don't know where he is. And if
I don't know if they're even going to go after him, because it seems... I don't even know if he's at a temple.
I feel like
the Kamunabi just have him.
I was going to say, I feel like he would be at Kabunabi headquarters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is the most defensive position, because that's where all the Kabunabi heads are, and if you're a head of that organization, I feel like you gotta be strong. Like all those dudes in the trial with Chihiro, I feel like all of those guys have to be strong guys. And that's where the flame bone is.
Also, note all these temples looked really fancy and had people in attendance and stuff, and every time we've seen the Shinoichi guy, it's in a big-ass empty room.
Yeah.
By himself.
With pillars filled with paper seals on them.
Yeah.
It's like,
He notably doesn't look very happy.
No, he's probably in some, like, nuclear fallout bunker.
One of these guys is probably not a fan of Rokihiro anymore.
Or one of them, I'm sure, is a psychopath that quite enjoyed having the power of a nuke in his hand.
One of the ones that would probably call themselves a hero instead of the other guy.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. That was a nice little exchange.
Shinichi is the... Especially with the way they're talking about how that one can never get out if it's the most deadly.
And how evil it clearly looked to us, dripping black.
Yeah, so it's like you'd need a equally evil and menacing dude to wield it, so I don't think this guy's a nice guy.
God, I hope we get to see one of the sword bearers like pop off with the blade.
Right? See what someone that... Not that Chihiro doesn't have experience, he's fucking awesome, but...
I just want to see more. We've seen 3 enchanted blades.
We don't know how long that war was and how long of an experience they had to master that sword. Chihiro's had at max 2 years to learn everything about
on his own
sorcery plus the magic swords. So
these guys got the full guide from Rokihiro, who I would assume knew what each sword was capable of before picking who would wield it.
Yeah, because he made them.
Yeah.
Another thing. Why would you kill the guy that makes the weapons? Why would you not take him with you and try and force him to make the weapons? You had him.
We don't
and
know
his
their
son...
full motives yet either, though.
True, but in my mind, you're trying to steal him to use them somehow. You had him and his son there. You killed him, but decided not to kill his son. Okay, but why don't you just capture both of them, threaten to kill the son to make him make more? I think Rokihiro would cave in that situation.
Probably.
He would want to make... But... Apparently the material's rare, but at the same time they have materials to make these grenade things.
They have the material now.
Yeah, so it's like... I feel like... I don't know.
Either they weren't planning ahead enough, or... But again, they could have a grudge. I've always held in my heart... they were fighting.
Yeah. Nation, faction, whatever it was.
There was another side that warranted having 7 blade nukes.
Yeah. I want more info on the war. Who were they fighting? Was it a civil war? Was it another country?
I feel like it's gonna come. I feel like they're holding that.
Have they said that this takes place in Japan? I'm sure some of these locations that they've saying are places in Japan.
I'm sure it looks like it.
And it's a manga in Jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would only make sense.
Where does KaguraBachi live? God damn these memes. Why did I go to images? It's just...
No, nothing.
Like concrete. The first thing that came up was Reddit, and I'm not about to...
I mean, I would prefer it if it was, like, its own place. Because I like it better when it's like that, instead of being, like, this, the real world stuff. Like, I think JJK would be better off if it took place in Jujutsu Land instead of...
It sure would, wouldn't it?
Because then you wouldn't
Japan specifically has a problem with curses that no one else has nearly as much of a problem of.
Same thing with fucking BLEACH. Then you wouldn't have the U.S. soldier incident in JJK either. I don't know, whatever. Regardless, I would still like to know what they were fighting, who they were fighting. Obviously, the Kabanami side won, so there's that. But whatever. Not getting anything.
No, I'm listening to some of the Reddit theories. My bad. Sorry. I think it's loosely set in the early 2000s with lots of anachronistic details for visual flair. Clothes, 2000 style. Tech, 2000s flip phones and late 90s PCs with internet mixed with rotary telephones, steam engines, and modern trains. Cars, anywhere from the 20s to the 90s. Architecture, modern and traditional.
I don't trust AI.
I also don't trust Redditors. Clearly, none of these people have the answer. Though it is a good point that they do have flip phones.
Yes. Because Google AI says it takes place in Japan, but that's Google AI. I don't fucking think that for a second.
My brain was convinced it was set in the Edo period. It took me until I got to the scene where they play video games to be like, wait a damn minute.
Why would you think it took place in the Edo period? Isn't the Edo period with Oda Nobunaga?
Only then did it click for me that through literally the entire story, Shiba was using a flip phone. My brain really watched him use a flip phone for over 30 chapters and was like, yup, that's medieval Japan for you.
Yeah, I just looked up. The Edo period is from 1603 to, wow, holy shit, 1863. 1868.
So it's after, right after Nobunaga. Because it's the Tokugawa.
Yes, because yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like a modern Japan. With different technology. Because they had a very different war.
Yes.
Was it with America? I saw a picture a fan picture for Chainsaw Man. It's like, it's the America Devil that's going to come out of the Statue of Liberty. Wouldn't that be wild? With the implication that Yoru made America. That America is a product of war in this universe.
Especially since the World Wars, 100%. I don't know.
I don't know for sure. We won't know until next Chainsaw Man tomorrow.
Yes. 13 hours from now.
Yes.
Roughly.
I'm waiting with bated breath. And I know they won't Gege me while I'm going to get a conversation that took place 3 days ago in a shack somewhere else.
I would be so sure.
No, it'll probably be a visual with no words in a shack somewhere else.
I was going to say, because Chainsaw Man's doing Chainsaw Man things right now.
Yes.
Like, literally the Chainsaw Man. He's
yes.
flagging a sign around to give him blood. So there could be more shenanigans like that tomorrow.
I thought to myself today, I was like, it would be wild to me if yours just like, where did he go? Fuck it. And like, the Statue of Liberty is just like a giant laser cannon. She shoots her all the way from America to hit him in Japan.
That would suck though, because it's like, Statue of Liberty is on the East Coast. So you guys circumnavigate literally the
There's
entire
going to be
planet.
a lot of collateral damage. There could be a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man in there.
That would be hilarious.
What's next on the docket?
Dandadan.
Dandadan.
I was sad we didn't get to see more of the fairy thing, but at the same time,
It's a good chapter still.
it was a banger chapter.
I'm sad they're leaving Momo here alone.
Yes, I don't like the implications of that because this, with her already being in a situation where she's minified and at risk, now you're going to leave her alone with the creepy old fairy guy that is just going to make more problems for her, meaning she could get captured somehow. I just love the banter though.
Me too.
When they're leaving.
The group vibe is immaculate.
And Gege. Back off again, Gege.
Vamala just being like a manic pixie dream girl on accident.
Yeah. But
And then into the gym half.
I love this gym teacher. Wire his pants up to his all the way up to his chest. Why? Because he's awesome. That's why.
Like Kenta trying to be like, I want to run with the dork that I think I can be.
Which is what this popular kid is obviously doing because
Yeah.
all the girls are there. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, please win this race, Okran. Please. And then he smokes him.
Absolutely creams him.
And then just wins at like everything he does. Throwing the fucking the ball.
Unfortunately, Twitter spoiled me on this one. I saw a couple pages.
Sadness.
Yeah, I saw this, the long jump and the side sprints. And
Well, because it makes sense, and it shows it in the last chapter. The last panel. He's like, when did I get this fit? And it shows right above it.
even all the way back to the fucking crab. Like, yeah.
All of the running that they do and all the fighting is like, yeah, dude, your body is getting
Some people are like,
put through the ringer, and it's going to adapt to that or adjust.
some people are buying his
Muscular.
own theory like a page ago about like it being Turbo Granny's power, but like very clearly in these pictures, he's not in ghost form either of these times. He's thinking about the times he's actually been like working out. Like,
Yeah.
he's been doing a lot physically.
Yeah, and I mean,
Not to mention the
he's
downright
building
fights
muscle.
he's been doing.
Yeah, he's been building muscle the whole time. It's still his body using, going through the motions. So yeah, this is his first time that he's exerting himself in the sense without powers. So I just loved it. I was like, this is just awesome, and I was just so happy he won and just like put that guy to shame. And I was like, good job, Ken.
Next manga.
Magi.
Magi. It's time.
It's time. We read 10 more of the Magis.
Which was...
I see how when you said, because you read it first, and you then started telling me about how you just love Morigiana. And I was like...
It was hard to remember how much I love Morgiana because she doesn't get much content in season 2.
Yeah, but then this whole 10-page thing was just all about her.
Yeah, like this whole 10 chapter thing.
Yeah, so I mean, 10
No
chapter.
It just cut into where she was been, like where she's been.
Yeah, I totally forgot that at the very end, fucking Aladdin is in there too. He got captured by the slavers as well. But
yeah,
yes.
I literally didn't expect that. Even as she's walking up and it was behind his head, I thought it was gonna be that classic gag where you turn them around as like a big nose guy. But no, it was Aladdin.
Yep. Yeah, so she's with the caravan trying to get to
Balbad.
Balbad. Thank you. It's
No worries.
hard to read when you see it. Yeah.
And then it happened. The only thing I remember happening in season 1.
Her fighting the wolves.
No. When
Or
her and
Highness.
Aladdin come upon Sinbad naked
Oh,
in the
yes.
middle of the road.
Greetings, children. Yes. But yeah, she goes through, she fights off this bandit camp, gets poisoned, ankle cuffs, because I remember that whole scene when she does the high-pitched sound in the anime.
I did it all.
She breaks, I feel like she broke them differently, the foot clamps. I feel like I remember in the anime her jumping high in the air and then just slamming them down.
It did look a little weird with her like trying to hit in the right spot on a cage floor.
Yeah, because it makes sense if you just break the lock. Yeah, the shackles are strong, but you break the lock and you just...
Clearly they got strong metal. Let's use this other part.
Yeah. Take the lock off and then just take them off. And she gets off and just beats some ass.
And she never loses confidence again. Because, like, she's been girl bossing since. Like, she's been...
Oh, yeah. Even in Season 2 when she gets her metal vessel from Alibaba.
Hell, in fact, the moment she left the caravan even to go to them, she was cocky as hell. Because she's like, I'm going to go take out this whole camp by myself.
Yeah.
I'll go beat their ass.
Then introduces what she is with the... Fanaris. And I'm just like, yes, get that in there. With other dude whose name I read 17 times in a and I still don't know how to say his name. The other Fanaris with...
Oh, it's like Musmer.
Yeah, it's...
Musmer.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have to hear it in the anime again to try and mimic what they say.
Musmer, Jafar, and...
Jafar is just easy.
Yes.
You know.
And Sinbad. The naked man.
The naked man who just lost all 7 of his fucking metal vessels. I know he gets them
Surely
back.
you didn't lose these things. I lost everything.
Except his shiny golden earrings that they didn't take for whatever reason. They took everything other than his earrings. Like, you know those things are made of gold.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the shot even when they came upon him because he is just like, it looks like he's just laid out with all the gold for anyone to...
Just literally anyone to take. Not knowing that each one of those is a metal vessel. Glorious. It was just so good. I same thing too with the scene that I sent you about how everyone comments on how, oh, you're the girl that can run up walls really
later
cool.
at the party.
You know, later at the party, you can see them. It's just 3 small panels with no dialogue, and it just shows them looking like they're asking her to do something. She's all blushed. And then the next panel, so it's Park-Sun-Lee Jo, and she's running up the wall. I was like, that's awesome. I loved it.
Oh, that was another sick part when Sinbad was like, well, I'll leave the fight to the guys. Yeah, I shouldn't ask a girl to fight it. She just slams her foot down into the ground.
Yeah, and like just stomping her feet. And
yeah,
just like, fine. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, she's getting pushed. That's why she's just like, to stop him from pushing her away. Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yes. Because Sinbad takes a back seat in this whole... Because, I mean, he would just resolve everything, like, immediately.
Yeah, that's especially why he's lost all his gin vessels.
Yes. Because he gets them back literally at the end.
Yeah, before they go back to his country.
Yeah, because Judara shows up at some point.
I know he shows up here. That was another thing I did vaguely remember. And that, I mean, they made it as obvious as possible that Alibaba was going to be in this thief group.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That wasn't even me remembering. It was signposted like a billion times.
I don't remember, though, if, like, what he... Because it's like, it seems kind of happens, like, out of nowhere at the very end of the last chapter where Alibaba's there, but I'm like...
What a great time to leave off.
I'm like, is that actually Alibaba? Is he seeing things or something? I don't remember how they meet.
It's got to be Alibaba. I'm almost certain of it. Because, again, this is the country where he has, like, dirty laundry.
Mm. Oh, no, he's here. I know, 100% he is. But I just felt like I didn't know if that's when they see him. Because he's with his friend, whose name I forget.
Yeah, I don't...
That turns out to be, like, part of the bad guy faction at the end.
But so is, like, the king. The king's the bad guy clearly here, too.
I don't know if he's so much a bad guy as much more of an incompetent guy.
He's pretty bad.
Well, I don't see him being, like, one of the guys pulling strings, is what I mean.
No, not pulling strings, but he was the way he looked out the window and being like, oh, we're never opening trade up with him again, so it doesn't matter.
No, yeah.
No, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
All the starving people while the lords are eating their food out the window and throwing it at them.
Which then Sinbad sees is like, yes.
Sinbad's so based.
I think that this is a failed, failed whatever.
Yeah, he's like doomed.
Yeah, I think this place is doomed.
I love that though. Grabbed her hand before she could take the scraps. It was like, don't dishonor yourself with that. Go in there, eat everything they have that you need, and just leave them alive. Based.
I saw something too that because of things that I know that happened later, and now that I read Magi, I can see things and like analyze them differently. Did you notice Sinbad's facial expressions change immediately when he finds out that Aladdin's a Magi?
Oh yeah.
I was like,
he's thirsty for that.
That's the one thing he's always wanted.
It's the last thing he kind of needs. Like everything else kind of lined up for him for it.
He said that he's acquaintanced with the other three, but isn't on familiar terms.
Well, he said he's acquainted to at least another one.
Well, because he has to know at least, maybe not Judar might be the one.
I think Judar's the one, because he says, I know of one, but I don't like him very much, or he didn't like me very much.
Well, because I know he at least knows one of the other two, I believe, because he'll meet both of them in the
probably the green one, because the other one I think is just in Lem.
Yes, because I forget the other guy's name too, but all but Judar comes to the fucking the school arc at some point towards the end. They're all, the two of them and Aladdin are all there.
Yeah.
Funny enough too, because speaking of Magi, I was watching a review on the or a video on One Piece of a creator that loves Magi and mentioned it in his video. I was like, oh, that's convenient. But he was talking in regards to the Magi thing, and I guess at some point in the manga, he says, because he's talking about when mangas step away from the main cast for an extended time, and I guess Magi does that. That there's a arc later on that Aladdin, Alibaba, and Morgiana just aren't in because it's like a flashback or something arc, and it's an extended one. And he said something like he remembers that when he was reading it, the fan base, he says he loved it because it was a very crucial arc for the overall lore and story essentialness for the story. Yeah. He says people weren't a fan of it because of how long it was without those people. And I'm like,
let's judge it when I get there.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm okay with that. Because he was referring to it in like case of like One Piece, when after Wano, we went like 3 months without. I don't know.
That's where my mind went too.
We went 3 months without seeing the Straw Hats because we were looking at other things. And then in Wano, the Oden flashback is also very long, and it's a flashback, so obviously you don't see any of those people, but that flashback is fucking goated. There's so much juice in that flashback, and it's just like, you know what I mean? So it satiated everyone, but the same thing with the between Egghead and Wano too, that shit was goated. You had the Garp shit that you saw, the fucking Law versus Blackbeard, and fucking Shanks versus Kid, and then what the fucking Mihawk, Crocodile, and Buggy are up to, and you're just like all this awesome stuff to keep you like not focused. The fact that the main cast isn't in the forefront at all right now, to be like, okay, no, this is worth stepping away.
That's the litty titty.
Yes, but no, I noticed that thing, and I just like I loved that, like the mind. The gears turn in Sinbad's head as soon as he's like, yes,
my chance.
This is my chance. Can't screw this up.
Show him a worthy king. In the same arc where your king candidate is a little dirty thief.
Yeah, because I think it's in Sinbad's arc, and the next one is when he officially, or maybe even now in Bad, where he officially names Alibaba his king candidate. Or maybe it's not until the Lem war with the school, because when they get reunited there, because they separate after Cinderia.
Because he's with the Lem soldiers, the Coliseum people.
He goes there I don't know if he goes
I think he
directly there
does.
for something or he goes somewhere and winds up there.
I think he goes direct there because I think Aladdin went to trade his magic, so Alibaba was probably like, well, I'll go get stronger physically.
Yeah, and
that's my guess, though.
That's where you go to do that. They have a finest fucking elite force. Which is just badass.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, it's fucking...
Fire.
I'm loving that Magi is happening in our lives right now. And we're only 35 chapters in out of...
A lot.
365.
I think
so. Like, we're not even a tenth of the way in. It's glory.
Yeah, 369.
Nice. But we do, for our homework for next time, we should... we can't fall behind on our Sakamotos.
No.
I want to make sure, too, that I think we're already safe now, but I don't want to be behind whatever... I mean, we won't be, but whatever the anime covers. I think we're already far enough in.
We're probably already far enough.
We're at 60
it starts
something.
in January, too. So.
That's what I mean, yeah. So we got plenty. We got 4 months of time to read more.
I also want to, at some point, hit Centuria at a rate faster than the chapters come out. Because it's only like 25 chapters right now and it's weekly.
Yeah, I mean, if we do, even if we just do 2 or 3 a week, especially even if we do them on break weeks or whatever, we'll catch up to 25 really quick.
And the page count should be coming down as we hit the 3rd and 4th chapter.
Mm-hmm. I didn't check how many pages chapter 3 had.
I didn't either.
But I did read chapter 2.
Which was good.
Yeah, very good.
That's fucking monster.
Sea Monster. First off, dude lost like 10 more lives this chapter.
Yeah, he sure did. But is it like one per like a stab? Like stab through the... Because he got like stabbed through like the lung first and then I was like ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. So is that like 8 or 1?
Right, and... Because he got, like I said, he got his fucking head cut straight off in one of the panels. So I think he lost at least 3 lives this chapter, where the poison probably took a life, the bunch of the stabs, and then the head removal. So this is going to be a 100 chapter long arc where he just loses a life every chapter.
Oh my god, the fucking imagery there though, with the faces of the fish coming up on the water.
Yeah, fucking. We can't attack them. Those are the orders. Screw the orders.
So envious. Why'd you get that power?
And he's trying to play mental mind games with him. And I'm just sitting here and be like, so...
Well, that even at a disadvantage, he like, I'm just going to leap in there and fight this fucking thing.
Right? And I'm sitting here just being like, okay, so one of these fish thingies said, we can't attack. It's our orders. But then when the one thing says, nah, fuck that, they all just go with it. There wasn't like a faction that be like, no, I'm more afraid of the octopus mommy thing. Let's not do this.
Like, nope, he looks yummy.
Because, like, if I was the octopus thing and I promised Julian safe passage to land and found out that some of my beasties tried not...
It'll be hell to pay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll turn them inside out.
I'm eating them for fucking dinner. So... But that's right, he's on land. He got there. Lost like 3, at least, maybe 4 lives. There should be a life counter at the beginning of every chapter. Just like, this is how many lives he has left.
I wonder how ocean-based this whole series is going to be. The way that is like, all things return to the sea in the end? Or is that just because you live in the sea?
Maybe. But Julian also said, yeah, I think I've had enough of the sea when it was out.
True.
I wonder what kind of more magic he's going to have, because he expelled the poison into that ink blob. It wasn't the monster. He did that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what kind of magic system is going to happen? And I'm sure that he's got to at one point run into somebody that has similar
someone else that got some sort of weird Faustian pact or
because if he's fighting people, I just don't see a world where people take him out. A normal person takes him out when he's as strong as 100 people.
Armies.
Yeah, he's as strong as 100 people, as fast as 100 people. Did he also get, like, their intelligence
This
stats,
is
like their experience?
This is like straight out of Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
not?
When he cut the thing.
Yeah, that's like the fucking Denji riding the Shark Devil or Shark Feed panel.
So good.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm glad we started reading it. It's interesting enough for me to keep going with it, so. Ichi the Witch is, like, it's good so far. I read chapter 2 as well. I'm still in it.
I'm just not wowed either.
Yeah, but Centuria, I'm just like, this is lit.
Because at the very least, it's metal as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
It's got more than just being metal, but it's metal as fuck.
Hyper metal.
I do like the way that he was, like, brought back into, like, not giving up on life from, like, thinking back of the baby's cry means it's scared and doesn't want to be alone. He's like, oh, nope. Man up time.
Yep. That's right.
No more doubts. Yep. I know exactly what's right.
I'm not alone anymore. Damn, we're reading 2 mangas about babies.
Yes. About protecting babies.
Yes.
Yes.
Though this one needs
both
way
of
more
them too, where they're being protected by someone that's not their biological family.
Yes. Someone that just saw their mother.
Both of them invested in the mother.
Yes. Astro Baby much more so invested in the mother, but then less so invested in the protecting the baby. Astro Baby Abby is protecting him way more than he's protecting Abby.
It's true.
Then Jillian's like, the baby's just the baby.
So. It's just a baby. This one's not an alien cannibalistic.
Also, another shout out to the mom to being able to just do her own C-section and not cut the baby at all.
I know. Because that she was a real G.
That was devotion right there.
I think that hit everything.
Did it?
Yeah.
Really?
Because you didn't read Shinobi Undercover. Which is okay.
Well, I already Ichi the Witch, but chapter 2 didn't have too much.
Oh yeah, that's just the other more. Thing. We barely, we immediately hopped right back off.
Yeah, because I was more comparing it to Centuria than it was. It was just more talking, being like, you know.
Yeah, I completely phased out chapter 2 for like my entire memory.
Well, because you read chapter 3 immediately after, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
I read chapter 2 like earlier in the week, and then I read chapter 3 today. Oh, I do remember that, though. I do. Where the demon thingy pops up on his shoulder, and his immediate reaction is cut that shit right off.
Mm-hmm. I knew that they would play to his hunter instincts to go hunt these. Now, here's my thing, though, right? So, all of these witches want to go hunt these things. If he hunts the magics, does he get more powers? If he gets their contracts?
I would assume so. I read one more chapter, so than you did.
So I'm going to say yes.
I'm still not sure.
Oh, okay.
Not 100% sure, at least.
Well, I think so far that it would make sense that way, because that's like, if there's a witch that's more powerful than the rest, that means that every time I see her name, I just want to say Damascus.
Oh, like Descaras?
Yeah, I just read it as like Damascus or Damascus.
Dalmascian steel?
Yes. And I'm like, I know that's not her name, but it would be cool if it was.
I'm still here too. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. And
like, even down to him being like, "Hey, let me fix up this part of the forest," because he respects the circle of life. Like,
I don't like this girl though.
She's all right.
Yeah, she's very trying to control of him, and I'm just like, he's just a mountain boyo.
I also still kind of read it as she's maybe worried about like the ramifications that could fall onto him too. Like if he just unleashed this boy into the world, like a society of just girls. Like this taboo person. I feel like it's a both ways kind of thing.
Or just the world proper, especially with seeing how strong how strong the magic is, because it's amplification magic, so any spell you use is amplified.
I think it's a two-sided caution, personally, is how I read it.
Most likely. But we'll see how it goes to see if that overbearingness becomes more or less as it goes on.
Chapter 3 was more like she was glazing.
Oh.
Just so you know, she pulls out the glazing.
Cool.
I liked 3 a lot, actually.
But you read the other one, the ninja one.
Yes.
It's only chapter 1, so you can just talk about it. I'll read it when I read it. You said it.
It's got so many like trademarks I should hate, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was literally what you said. You said you liked it more than you should have. Based on what it was.
That is exactly what I said. That sounds so much like me.
So, lay it out to me. What's it like? What's the premise?
So the premise is super great ninja kid who's the best ninja of all his ninja buddies in the ninja place. That usual.
Yeah.
Gabimaru.
Okay.
But not nearly as cool. But I digress. Super Ninja Man has to go protect a target, but he can't let her know that she's being protected. And all of the enemies could be hiding in there to kill her too.
So he has to go undercover in high school to protect her from other high school kids that are undercover to kill her.
Not even just kids. I gotta bring up one point where it got kind of like fire. I won't lie.
Is it more comedy elemented than...
Yes, you know what? Let me finish the description first, actually. But there's a problem. He has a weakness. He's socially awkward. He hates talking to people. He's really bad at it.
Plot twist. Everything you just said is actually the title of this anime.
Everything. But like, just as like a little moment here too. She's just running in the hallway. She's like, it's not walking around without a plan. I'm paying attention to my surroundings. She bumps into a guy. And look, he even like whips out a clipboard. He's like, first, go to the ceremony that's going on. Then get your bus to the staff office right after. Names and classes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm this guy from this class. I'm this girl from this class. Sheesh.
Did he just get stabbed in the chest or throat?
Like it went from this like boom.
So obviously that was one of the assassins.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, hey.
Oh, is that the main dude?
Yeah. So see, I'm socially awkward. But then there's like, it's cool too though, because again, another page flip right here. Eliminate him before the assignment notices, because again, she was walking away from them. Roger that. Who are you?
Oh, now he's striking back.
Like
that works pretty good. Oh, he just straight up decapitated that
it's
guy.
one of those moments where they like feel it, but she turned around and saw them. Hey, are you coming? Oh, sorry.
Oh, can't let her know.
He even figures that out too. He's just like, he must be hiding his identity from her, but he turns around with the anime glare.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, I'll check it out.
So again, it drew me in somehow, despite the not at all original or funny quirk of I can't talk to people.
But he can talk to her though. How did he get into the position?
Barely.
Where friends?
He can barely talk to her.
And she's just some normal girl, or you think that she's got some secret?
Look at his face. It sounded like you said she's a high school girl. And finding out what the target is. But I'm awful at talking to girls. But somehow, it did it.
Yeah.
It got me. It's going to get me to read chapter 2. And he's not even the only one on his side, too. There is a couple more plants who are literally picked out to be like, okay, you're going to get your way into being her boyfriend. You're going to get her way to being the best friend. And the super elite guy is the one that's like in the background. He's going to just hide in the background.
And then obviously he's going to be the best friend / boyfriend.
Yeah, I think she literally walks right up to him and be like, I'm going with you to the school thing instead. What? I'm bad at talking to girls.
Yes, I'll read it by next week.
No.
And by that time, there'll be a chapter 2, so depending...
There's already a chapter 2.
No. Then there'll probably
So
be a chapter
burst
3.
bubble there.
But, what is it, 55 pages? 50-something pages?
Yeah, chapter 1's 55, so chapter 2 will probably be like 30. I'm about to find out. I'm going to click it. 25. Oh. So yeah, it devolved to normal pages pretty fast. And Centuria 3, I checked that too, was 30 pages. So that one's also...
The 51 of the chapter I read today went by pretty fast too.
Yeah, because there was a lot of those really epic, like, full-page things of Julian stabbing tentacles and shit.
A lot of fighting.
Fucking lit.
Yes. And we're so close. So uber close to Dandadan Bleach. Injury 0 Uzumaki. I'm so checking that fucking shit.
I know, it looks so cool.
Oh yeah, and Ari Ferretta's coming out too. Not that you give a fuck about that. Which, nope. I watched all the rest of it, but season 1's really good, but season 2, I feel like the pacing went by fast because because it did, because they skip a lot of stuff because they're putting so many light novels into one season, so you'll lose context on a lot of stuff. So like a scenario that's like could have been an entire light novel could be just 1 episode or 2 episode mini arc, and it's like I feel like there could have been more to this story. That's because there was. But that's the troubles of getting light novels
adaptations
to anime.
Sorry, I just remembered I watched some Tower of God. I don't know why I thought
I watched some Tower of God, and I stopped watching in the middle. I was like, I am done.
Really?
Yep. So I don't know if that was the last episode. I think it was. There might be one more next weekend, but I'm just...
If you watched the ending, you would know. Because they add manga panels from the manhwa.
Yeah, and I was just like,
That bad, though?
I might go into it on the last episode just to watch the ending to see that. Because I liked the ending. It's cool, and I like that feature that they do there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it shows you how many blanks are after. I noticed there's only like a few more blanks.
And everyone is saying it, because now that I clicked on one Reddit thread about it, I get random Reddit notifications about people talking about the ending.
The shitting of Tower of God.
Yeah. I also found out today, because someone made a comment, because I read one thing about, I go and I Google something and I click a Reddit link, and whatever the topic I was for the next 2 days, I'll just get mad notifications about that topic from different threads. So today I got a random Tower of God notification about people saying how the popularity of Tower of God on Webtoon has dropped compared to old.
It's actually killing it.
Old panels, because they said now it's they're getting I don't know if it had to have been 20K, because he shared 2 pictures, screenshots of all these, and the new ones were 20K views, because it shows you how many views each chapter has. But then you go to the old ones, and it's over 100 in each chapter. And I'm like, well, 2 things. All of those chapters have been out for years.
Yeah.
So it has more time for more other people to watch it. But then, 2, the first top comment made a good point. They're like, well, that's because Webtoons is about 11 chapters behind the Korean releases.
Damn.
So people
and then aren't some of those gated by coins too?
Probably. So then people so they just read the manhwa versions of scans. So why would they then go to the app to read it? So it's most of the people are 10 chapters ahead, so they're not going to read 10 chapters ago when it comes to Webtoons just to give it views. You know what I mean? So that makes sense.
It's just sad for the Tower of God anime, because all of the fights are energy attacks anyway, so if you just had nice looking effects, you would the frame rate problems wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But they don't even have nice looking effects.
Yeah, it was bad. It makes you worried that there won't be a season 3.
Yeah. I'm not even worried about getting a shitty season 3. I'm worried about getting one at all.
Especially if it's the same studio. Yeah, you gotta go somewhere else.
I wish they would just rip that contract from their hands and try to find the original studio that did it the first time.
Well, I first off hope that whoever... Because Crunchyroll owns the animation rights, I believe. Yeah. So then they sublease it out to someone to animate it. Is what I gather from the situation. But I wouldn't be stupid enough in that situation to be like, oh yeah, because we looked up that studio. They've done like nothing. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's just give these guys 2 seasons. No, let's give them 1 season, see how they do. And if they ruin this, we don't get sunk.
Give it back to the first people again.
Yeah, or give it to another studio that's going to do it like the first people did it, you know? But, I don't know. Whatever. I'm done with it for now.
It's bad.
It's bad, yeah. I still need to get back on catching back up with Webtoon. So, I'll focus on that part. Because, you know, when an anime is bad, you just fall back on the manga.
Yep. Are we going to call it there?
Yes. It's been the Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
Episode 80.
Peace.
Yes, we'll come back. We'll do some Sakamotos this time. So we'll have some Sakamoto for next week. And some other homework. So
we'll decide that off podcast this time.
Yes. So look forward to it. Take care, y'all.
Peace.